Welcome to the CouncilCast. We're live now on episode 141, being recorded on October 20th, 2020. The Council is now in session, and as with every week, we will make arbitrary decisions about topics on science, technology, and random shit, with little background and next to no expertise. All CouncilCast decisions are final and have no bearing on anything whatsoever.
Can you guys see the cookies all over my shirt?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
well, not anymore.
No.
They got bigger.
Okay, good.
Are they chocolate chip?
They are snickerdoodle.
What are you eating? Cookies like the Cookie Monster there, or what?
Yeah, I was.
Blaine, you need to get a soundboard of Logan saying random shit.
A soundboard would be a good investment for us.
Yeah,
Maybe.
if any of our listeners want to donate enough money so that we can buy a soundboard,
If you want to send money, mail money to
councilcast at
councilcast@gmail.org.com.
well,
We'll take it.
you know, if you don't, maybe you're interested in watching big explosions, which is
Yes.
which happened a couple weeks ago in Beirut. There was a gigantic explosion.
Oh, that one.
Down in their harbor area, and
They had
apparently
another one?
Well, no, this is the same one.
Mm.
But they apparently some people are now saying it is among one of the most powerful accidental explosions.
Didn't we talk about this before?
Well, kind of.
I thought we brought this up before, and I was all like, "Oh man, read up on the Halifax harbor
Yeah.
explosion."
You know, actually, I
mentioned
did.
it. I
I
don't think
read
it was
up on
on
that, Matt,
episode.
after you said that, and they talked about how the water was supposed to have displaced in the whole bay. But
Yeah,
then
yeah.
I listened to a professor at a thing talk, and he said, "That's not possible."
I have no idea. we never claimed to be accurate here.
Just high
That's
quality.
why all our
no,
sources
a lot
are fifth hand and not double checked.
No, well, what it says, a lot of people think that that's what happened on that explosion. That's the report that the water all went out.
Oh,
of the bay,
is
and then
that
the
like
guy's
somebody
yeah.
claims that that's what happened?
Yep, and the guy's like, "That's not possible."
And
Let
this
me
is where
explain."
the story of Moses came from.
There was an
He
explosion.
didn't part the Red Sea. He parted Halifax Bay.
And while the water was suspended in air, they walked across on dry ground.
That would
As
be
people
pretty
burned in their
Burnt
homes.
ground from the explosion.
Then that explosion in Beirut was just crazy.
It was like hot coal exercise. Can you walk across the entire bay of hot coals
There you go.
before the water drowns you? It's a trust exercise. Everyone in the company has to do it.
I trust
they-
that you're going to get fucked up.
I think if they had had cameras like they did in Beirut, it would have looked the same way, because they said that the explosion wiped out the entire town, just leveled everything.
crazy.
Just, two ships collide and boom, the whole thing's gone.
Yeah, so they're saying now the original estimates was that the explosion in Beirut was about 1 to 1.5 kilotons of TNT, and they're now saying that it's probably closer to like 500 tons and possibly up to 1.12 kilotons.
For the Beirut.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How big did they say that Halifax one?
I don't know. It's one of the top. I don't remember how
Three?
big it was.
3 kiloton?
No, just 3.
Just 3 no units? That makes sense. Yeah. I'm on board.
3.
They
Hold
are
on.
saying 2.9 kilotons, so actually 3 is pretty close.
Blaine, I messed up
Wow.
something when I was running YouTube a couple weeks ago because the title of this episode is the title from like 2 episodes ago.
Yeah, I noticed that last week. And
This one,
I
the
don't know how to
Halifax
fix it now.
I'm so awesome at this.
Halifax claims 2.9 kilotons of TNT.
So this is about a third of that.
How much did you say?
They said about 1.12 is.
Oh, I
the-
thought you said 2.9. Or were you reading the Halifax?
Oh, I was reading the Halifax one.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Yeah, a reasonable upper limit of 1.12, where the lower bound is 500 tons.
Yeah,
But-
it's pretty. I mean, still, this really big bada boom.
I mean, it still
Bada
puts
Big
it,
bada boom.
Big bada boom.
it puts it in the top 10 biggest accidental non-nuclear explosions of all time. So
I
there you
look
go.
forward.
That
to
almost sounds like
I
a
look forward to
baseball.
that BuzzFeed list.
That almost sounds like a baseball statistic.
Well, yeah,
I
don't
saw-
you know?
I saw-
non-accidental explosions.
I saw an
accidental
absolute-
It's the number
absolutely-
of times that you can throw a strike when somebody is on first and third in the bottom of the 6th inning.
And it's a
In the
left-handed
month of
Haven't we
pitcher.
done this
October, when the
before?
thermometer
I'm pretty sure
pressure
we've
is
done
above
this
7.
before. Because it's like the blah 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 in the month of October below the Mason-Dixon line.
There you go.
Like, oh my god! I mean, I stole that. That's from is that Little Big League maybe?
Major league.
Major Big League.
Yeah.
Major big league.
Well,
God,
Brian,
encompasses
Brian
all
gets
of the
tongue-tied
big
and
leagues.
tells us about the baseball movie he watched called Major Big Dick one time.
Major big what?
Major big
Yeah.
league.
Major big
Well, I
league.
mean, that's like Iowa State wearing black at night in October. We're 5-0.
Yeah, we win somehow. Where is this? Hold on, I saw. You reminded me of a baseball stat, and I read a crazy one about Randy Johnson today.
Randy Johnson. What a what a
What a great name! Yeah,
what a great but just like
he's also one of the best pitchers to ever live. So
I know, but like what an underspoken greatest pitcher to ever live. Like when he was throwing, you're like, man, he can throw so fast.
he could
but he
also
had,
throw
like,
so
he-
wicked. His slider was insane.
I love that like ESPN had him on one time and he's like for like one of their like ESPN commercials and it was about him wanting to become a better batter. Oh no, it was a
He hit a home run when he played for the D-backs.
what was it? He wanted to like it was like an investment company or something like that. Why would you invest all of your time in something that isn't making you money? I think it was some commercial and he was like really going to town on learning how to be a better batter. And he was like, it was on the tee and he just kept missing and hitting the tee. And he's like spending all his time. And he like, then they do interviews with him. And he's like, how are you going to do? Oh, I think that my batting game is really coming around. I'm hoping to like, he had like all these goals for his batting that year. And like, you're a pitcher. What are you doing? Just like,
Well, I
Be
think
okay
he might
at
have played in the league that he had to
I'm
Or
gonna
the-
find that out.
where he had to bat.
What was the
Um,
statistic, Matt?
The statistic for Randy was this is out of an article, but the person says the unreal numbers were the strikeouts. Though Johnson fanned at least 329 batters in 5 straight seasons. In the last 4 decades, a pitcher has struck out at least 320 batters in a season 5 times, and Johnson has accomplished all of them. He's the only one
Huh.
consecutively.
Oh, wow.
His his K9 during the half decade was 12.33, and then a YouTube comment summed up all of my thoughts on Randy, just so succinctly. They said, "Best left-hander ever, at least 6'10", mullet, 100 pitching skill, nicknamed Big Unit. Johnson was like the guy that you would create in a video game to be your pitcher." And that was so true. That you open it up and you max all the sliders to the right, and this is who you end up with.
So wait, he
got-
did what?
He had 5 straight seasons with over 320 strikeouts consecutive, and he's the only one to have ever done that. Apparently, at the time that this article was written.
Oh, no one's
Exactly.
going to be able to do that.
Exactly, and that's just it. Like he did that, and everyone's like, he throws so fast. Like that's
No,
all I
he
remember
was-
anyone saying.
He was
about him.
absolutely imposing. Like, listen to batters talk about how terrifying he was to hit against, because he was, I mean, damn near 10 inches taller than the tallest pitchers you were facing, on average,
Yeah.
probably. Like, I mean, your pitchers are probably on average taller, but he was 6'10". At the time that he was a rookie in the MLB, he was the tallest baseball player, like at least pitcher. I don't know about baseball player, but I think he was tallest in the MLB. So he's only what 60 some feet away, like, or 55 feet, however far it is, and he
60.
Like
standing on
yeah,
a mound to make him
and
even
then-
yeah,
taller.
standing on a
he
mound. Like
pitches-
he just had to look like this figure that was gonna fuck you up. And
Well-
then he threw like, like 100-mile-an-hour fastball at your face. And
Hey,
his
get out of my
slider.
space. This is
Stride was so
my-
big that
I'm pitching
he
here.
would be.
Yeah.
If his stride was so big that once he would stride
Right.
out, he'd be like 10 feet in front of the plate.
I mean,
so.
he's super famous for hitting that ball out of the air or bird out of the air
Pigeon.
with the ball. Yeah.
That was registered
oh,
at 1.3
yeah.
kilotons.
When he retired, he got into photography, and
Yeah.
the logo for his company is a dead pigeon.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
No.
I love that he's embraced it.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure he caught so much shit from like PETA when that
I
happened.
don't think he can avoid it.
Yeah, like it's his
It's
fault.
just so mean that he killed a bird.
The craziest
Yeah.
part is go watch some videos of him pitching. He doesn't look like he's throwing the ball that hard, and then you see the radar gun registering at like 98, and you're like, oh my god, like that is how. Oh, that's so good. That is a really great logo. Yeah, I mean,
photography.
I remember sitting in 2001 when he and Schilling were playing for the Diamondbacks. I remember sitting on the living room floor watching them win the World Series.
Mm.
And I was reading an article earlier. I had just Googled like best pitching duos, and they're nearly unmatched. Like the guy had compiled a bunch of stats, and they're like at the top of everything. Like they destroy every other pitching duo for a team that's ever existed, basically.
What was remember that time that I killed
No.
a pigeon it wasn't a pigeon. Well, what I don't know what type of bird it was, but Little League hit the ball out to left
That was
field.
pretty funny.
You
Hit
hit a
the ball.
pigeon?
I hit a bird. I hit a bird. It was
Oh.
like bouncing in the grass. It smashed it, killed it, out dead. And this is Little League. And
Yeah.
so rather than the kid picking up the ball and throwing it and then going, that's weird, he stood there and was like, there's a dead bird. And so what should have been a single turned into an easy triple because he finally got yelled at enough that he picked up the ball and threw it. But
He threw the bird.
he was very sad. He
Yeah,
was very sad.
it was a very traumatic moment, and I think we're all screaming, "Keep running, keep running!"
Just like any good parent would.
That's right. Who cares about the bird? Get a triple.
Who cares about the other kid's feelings? We gotta win.
That's right.
There's no crying in baseball.
Crying at baseball.
Well, I give it a thumbs up
you
for
crying?
explosions. So
Oh yeah, what were we talking
It was-
about? Thumbs up.
I don't know, man.
Well, yeah.
Explosions are great, but that one was bad.
Yeah, it was bad. I couldn't believe the article. The article said there's like 300,000 people that are completely displaced because
Jesus.
the whole city's been destroyed.
That's crazy.
You're like that apartment building next to it, like the building's got to come down.
Wait, which one? What was Beirut? What was it caused by?
Ammonium nitrate.
Oh, okay. This wasn't like. Wait, this wasn't one of the like fireworks storage facility ones.
I thought
No,
it
this was
Yeah, there's fireworks storage, and then the fireworks are going off, and then they hit this mega storage of. You say ammonium?
yeah,
Oh,
ammonium
yeah,
nitrate.
you're right. Yep.
And then when that got hit with the firework fire, then that's when it
Yeah.
went up big time.
Yeah, this is last time we talked about this. I'm pretty sure I shared the videos of the Tianjin explosion stuff. Has it
Yeah.
reached
Yep.
over that yet?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Didn't look.
I forgot to read the article.
Well, maybe NASA is going to launch using a new explosion technology to the space station. Or maybe not, because they're planning to launch their next crew mission with SpaceX in the Dragon capsule sometime in November.
Whoa.
So originally it was scheduled for the 31st of this month, and apparently there's been some delays, but they're still on track for early to mid-November to launch people.
Wow. Do they know what they're going to do with that mission? Just go up and come back down, or?
I don't know. Doesn't really say. I guess they're going to go up there like they normally would and hang out, Probably wearing some khakis and polos.
Well, according
Khakis and
to
polos.
Wiki, it's far surpassed the Tianjin explosion. Sorry, I'm still on explosion.
So are we.
Well, hopefully they don't have an explosion on the space station then. So.
Oh, that would be terrible.
But yeah, this would be the first crewed mission from NASA, the second one after the SpaceX launch with their crew.
When was the last time NASA had a manned mission?
I don't know, a couple months ago.
Yeah, when the SpaceX shot those two dudes in space.
So what's the big deal then? Is it that they're cooperating with SpaceX or what?
This is.
I'm guessing.
four-man?
I'm guessing Eric wrote this when we switched topics. He said, "Wow, about time you started talking about something important." Thanks, Eric.
Yeah, this would be the 4-man crew that they're going to launch. They're going to launch a full
okay.
capsule. And it will actually be with NASA astronauts, I guess, versus space.
Can we just start calling them
astronauts?
Can we just start calling them astronauts?
Astronauts.
I like that. We definitely
Astronauts.
should. Yeah.
It just saves time.
X-Men and astronauts.
Dope.
Although, I don't know. Maybe there is a difference in it, but, why not? Launch more people into space. Way to go. Thumbs
There you
up.
go.
I wonder how big of a... if a SpaceX rocket blew up, how many kilotons of TNT would that be?
Several.
Let's not find
Just
out.
a couple.
Let's get
You know
Yellow
what?
on here.
Eric should find out, and he should let us know in the comments.
Yeah, Eric, do the math.
I think Yellick could probably figure out for us.
Yeah, we're not gonna do
Google
that.
it, and then you'll be on someone's watch list.
How to blow up SpaceX?
like
They already know how to blow
like
up
we're
a
not
SpaceX
already
rocket.
because we're broadcasting this live.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
How much damage would a city have if I blew a SpaceX rocket up? Oh, shoot.
Well, I mean, they've already
Type
done
that
that
all in the
lots of
search
times.
bar.
It's not that much.
That's true. They've blown him up a couple times. Not a big deal. It's like old hat to him by now.
Mm-hmm.
Eek.
Gad. But you know what's not old hat is Intel coming out with new discrete GPUs.
Oh, good. My GPU has
The
been like
XE.
really in everyone's face, and I just want it to be a little bit more discreet.
That's right. It's very embarrassing when your GPU is in everyone's face.
So yeah, Intel is going to come out with their own dedicated graphics cards to compete with AMD and Nvidia. It sounds like coming sometime in 2021. Called
Good.
I don't know how you pronounce it. Is it XE? Is it Z? G?
I think it's G.
G?
What?
How do you pronounce XE?
G.
It's like G, I think.
Alright.
Yeah, I think it's G.
G. So this is, I think, so Intel hired, what's his name? Raja Kaduri, I think, from AMD a couple of years ago.
Yep.
And kind of put him in charge of developing their own dedicated GPUs. And I guess we'll see if they actually turn out to be anything. I mean, it's
And you can be rest assured that the Intel GPU will function just absolutely admirably in my AMD system.
it probably will be incompatible.
You know, it's gonna come with like a big fat ass sticker on it, made for Intel.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Bum, bum, bum.
But I was actually surprised that they were coming to the mobile line first, because the full size cards are being used for compute chips. They aren't coming to the desktop until I think 2022.
They said high performance machines in 2021. But the gaming GPU will be available as an external video card, joining their G laptops for graphics for laptops.
Graphics for laptops. It sounds like a support group.
Ouch.
Hi,
Hi.
I'm the new.
I'm
I'm the
Silas.
new GPU for Intel. Hi.
Is this maybe Dave? Maybe you know, but is
I'm
this
I'm
Intel's...
Apple's built-in GPU.
Yeah.
Iris GPU.
There you go.
Hi.
Hi.
Is this actually the first Intel dedicated GPU, or have they done stuff like this before? I know they've got like the built-in stuff, but
Yeah, this is their first attempt at doing an actual.
Well,
nice-
there was that shit way back when we were in college, probably still. There was talk of Intel doing their own dedicated GPU. Remember what was it? It was Project
I don't remember.
something. Remember that
Oh
game?
yeah, they bought that
They bought
game
that company.
studio
Yeah.
that had the freaking awesome tech demo with like the dragon in the cavern. I forgot about that.
What was the name of that? Project GPU.
When was it? Like
It was
2000s, right?
it Larrabee? But was Larrabee the one for a canceled GPU that Intel was developing?
Yeah, that's it.
That's the card, but somebody, I thought I remember seeing a video not too long ago of somebody actually got their hands on one of these.
Willoughby, wallaby, wee.
No.
Elephant sat on me.
I don't know. Yeah, Larrabee is definitely it. Huh.
But I'm trying to think of the game too. There's a game called Project something, I thought. I don't know. I'll let you know. I'll let you know 3 topics from.
Project Offset.
Yes.
That's what it was.
Huh.
Yep.
So I don't think they ever really launched that, did they? They just kind of
They did
showed off
not.
a bunch of stuff and okay. Huh. Too bad. Well, I guess they're gonna give it another try here and see if anything comes out of it. I guess
Apparently, an MMO FPS game used the offset engine.
which game?
Firefall?
Oh,
yeah, that one.
I love Firefall.
I have no idea what it is. It was shut down in 2017.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, how hard do you think it's going to be for Intel to actually come out with something that people are going to buy over AMD or Nvidia
In 2020?
Super easy.
Barely
Barely
inconvenience.
I don't know that we're allowed to say those words. You got that
I don't think
copyrighted?
they're trademarked.
Trademarked, yeah.
I do think that our audience probably isn't aware of those videos simply because we don't have an audience.
Yeah.
So
Except
Somebody-
us, we're our biggest fan.
Somebody would actually have to watch it to know that we are.
I don't know. Does Casey
Abusing
watch that guy?
only when I show him clips.
Ah,
Oh, that's funny.
So you think Intel's going to take off here, or
I think they're going to dominate the market in 6 months.
I think they're going to have a shot at the server and the compute region because they can bundle it with their processors.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be a pretty hard sell for a lot of people. I mean, especially since we haven't really seen a whole lot of stuff, and we just know they're doing something. And to your point, Dave, I mean, a lot of it's been focused on server farms. So maybe they're going to launch their own game streaming service. Who knows? That seems to be the popular thing to do now.
yeah.
Heyo.
But
Maybe
I
that's
give it a
why they're
thumbs
doing
down.
it. Maybe that's why they're doing it.
That's what I think. They're just going to say, hey, look at this awesome card, and the only way you can run one is if you sign up for a game streaming service.
Hmm.
And you can play Fortnite on it.
Then Epic will sue them.
Probably.
You have a real grasp on what's going on in the tech industry. I can tell.
Brian's
We're just
where
gonna
I get
sue
all
the
my
shit out of
information.
everybody.
I know what's going on.
Yeah, I give it a thumbs down. I'm not sold on it yet. So there you go.
I don't have a.
I mean, people will
Vote.
buy it day one just because
I'm going to be an American on this one and just not vote.
people spent $1,500 on a 3090 with barely any knowledge about what the chip can actually do, and then people spent like 2,000 to 3,000 on them on eBay just to have them as soon as they could.
But that at least has. I mean, even though you don't know what it's going to do, you at least know the previous generation and the company's legacy. You know absolutely nothing about what Intel's legacy is going to be on graphics cards.
This is true.
But what about their legacy
Unless-
on integrated cards? We know a lot about that.
And how much garbage it is.
Hey, I resemble that remark.
You do. You do resemble that remark.
Thank you.
What, being integrated?
Being a
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
We'll go with that
one.
Matt, are you going to share with us another explosion?
No.
Okay.
Good talk.
Well, what you probably may be able to do is buy that graphics card on Amazon, and maybe you might be able to run it on Amazon's own satellite internet.
Amazon. You're in the zone. The Amazon.
Get in the zone.
Amazon's what? Their
Amazon.
own satellite internet?
Yeah, Amazon apparently is going to invest $10 billion to launch their own satellite internet to compete against
Wow.
SpaceX.
So Jeff Bezos is like, oh man, Elon did it. I want to do it too.
Pretty much.
So,
Yeah.
how many of these tiny little satellite things are going to be floating around the Earth?
Probably
That-
about 10,000.
A whole fuckload, Brian.
Oh, thank you. That is a lot.
You're not going to be able to look up without thinking that the Earth ain't moving way faster than it used to.
Wow.
Wow.
Have they
Wow.
gotten,
You know what?
Wow.
I'll say to my great
That's
great
amazing.
grandkids. I remember when I looked up in the sky and I saw stars, not satellites for your internet.
I love how in
Shut
this
up,
example-
Grandpa.
Love
You're
how in this
dead.
example. Yeah.
Great
you're-
great grandchildren.
Well, and that might be the case because so Amazon received the approval to launch 3,236 satellites, and they have 6
Boy.
years to launch 50 of them. And then
Who gave him permission to do this?
the FCC did.
John Stamos.
John Stamos. I hate
For
that
some
guy.
reason, I thought you were dropping John Cena.
Oh, that would have been better. I don't know why Stamos came to mind first, but he did. Maybe I want some ice cream. I don't know.
Mm.
Starlink has approval for 12,000,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
and they have submitted a filing to the International Telecommunications Union for 30,000 additional.
That's a lot of booze.
That's
So
a
what's
lot of
Amazon's
fucking satellites.
Amazon's internet's gonna have 3,000. So what's that gonna be? Like dial-up internet for everyone on the planet, and then
What the hell are you
Starlink
talking
is
about,
gonna
Brian?
be 5G or 10G or something like that.
It'll have all of the G's, Brian. All of
Ah,
the G's.
jeez.
10 Gs.
Ah, jeez, guys.
Yeah, I think that Amazon, Jeff Bezos is just trying to mimic Elon Musk at this point in time. So
You know what my guess is?
Hmm.
That they were at a party together and they were just chatting and Elon was like, yeah, it's super easy. This is how you get satellites up in the air. Basically,
Don't you mean super
wait.
easy, barely and inconvenient?
yeah, and Bezos was like, wait, that's all you have to do. And Elon's like, yeah, I don't know why they believe me. I don't even know how to add or subtract. And they trust me to throw rockets up in the air.
Elon
like-
showed him the video and of the rocket launching, and Bezos said, "Wow, wow, 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 wow," and
Wow.
then and then Elon said, "Yeah, rockets are tight."
Nailed
And
it.
then
Have we got
Be-
all that guy's catchphrase? Are there any
There you
more?
go. And then Bezos said, "We
Whoopsies.
deliver stuff everywhere. We'll just deliver
Whoopsie.
these rockets to outer space."
That was after one exploded. Whoopsie.
Whoopsies.
What about that one?
What happens when they explode? Ooh, whoopsies. Did you think about that? No, I did not at
Is
all.
he going to use his Blue Origin rockets to get him up there? Because
they don't mention that.
the John Glenn, is that what it was?
I can't imagine they wouldn't, right?
I'm
they've-
pretty sure he's going to launch them on SpaceX rockets.
They haven't
That-
even
that
gotten
would be
a
great.
John Glenn to orbit.
No, they have not.
Really?
No.
They haven't even launched one.
They've gotten they've gotten one to space.
I thought
Is-
that,
Space, you say?
what, is
Yes.
that, isn't John Glenn their new
Am-
one?
Amazon doesn't use rockets. Amazon uses
Drones?
drones.
Yes.
Yeah, did they just
Yeah.
fly one up there with a drone?
Drone rockets.
Drone rocket.
I'm imagining Amazon delivering packages via rocket delivery now. It's just like you're waiting for your new like whatever piece of shit thing you ordered off Amazon, and it just comes crashing through your roof onto your desk.
Feels like
Actually-
an Acme delivery.
Yeah, and then
That's
when you're
awesome.
choosing the shipping
meep.
option, you're not choosing this day or that day anymore. You're choosing and paying to within a degree of accuracy of how far it will land from the point you put on the map.
Yeah, I can see
They
that.
paid the extra $50 so it'll land in my
Extra
backyard.
extra $50, and they guarantee hit right in the forehead.
I bet
Got
all of,
standard
these,
delivery, so I had to go find it 2 blocks over, right?
all of these
Yeah.
satellites are going to have Amazon shipping crates in them, and it's just going to railgun shoot them down to you.
There you go.
That'd be great. Railgun delivery.
Huh.
Just like the Papa John's down the street, takes aim, throws the pizza in like the Sabo,
And it cooks it on its way
and
down.
cooks it on the way.
That actually.
Save that. That's a great idea.
That's a. Let's. Are we live? We need to take this down right now.
It's gonna be like that episode of Red Green where he makes the pizza delivery service from the Possum Lodge, and he uses a clay pigeon shooter to launch the pizzas, and it's just he takes the pizza and duct tapes it between 2 hubcaps off of 2 cars out in his lot, and he's saying like what the slogan is for the pizza place that they've got now. He's like, if the pizza skips more than 10 times off the pond, it's free.
That show is amazing.
Yeah.
There was one time he had a demolition
Thumbs
guy
up for
in.
Red Green.
Yeah, thumbs up for Red Green. They had a demolition guy on, and he was talking to him about, he's like, so we're looking at renovating this house, and he's like, well, how much do you want to do? And he's like, well, we basically need to touch the whole house. And he's like, well, I definitely recommend blowing it up. And he's like, well, we really do want to save some of we want to use as many materials as possible. And he's like, well, I reckon if you place dynamite in just the right spots, you can blow a house up so that it lands in perfect piles of bricks, lumber, and all the other stuff. You just got to know where to place the dynamite.
That's awesome.
Eric, baseball and now Red Green, you guys are on a roll tonight.
Oh my God, he's got a in this episode clip from Red Green. I forgot he had a big fucking sight on the front of his car.
I remember one of my favorite episodes that he did is when he made a fancy European mid-engine car by just duct taping 2 cars together. Thumbs up for Amazon launching satellites, I guess. I can't wait until I get my packages shot from space.
I can't wait until I can have 5 gig speeds up and down from satellites launching out into the moonosphere.
The moonosphere.
Moonosphere. Industry term.
makes sense. You know what you can't get from Amazon though is Subway. And
Yet.
if you enjoy Subway, you may be interested to know that the Irish Supreme Court just ruled that their bread is not legally bread. It is
Yes.
it is in fact a confection.
And so they are taxed differently now?
Probably. It's got too much sugar in it.
Probably.
We tend to cover more heady legal dilemmas in our Supreme Court. Theirs is trying to figure out whether bread is bread or not.
Yeah, pretty much.
Wow.
They basically decided that bread is in fact a confection because it has too much sugar in it. Just solving the most important issues right now.
Wow. I wondered about
this was
that, but
Ireland?
Now we know.
Yeah.
Which part of Ireland?
Is it potato bread?
All of Ireland? I don't know.
Northern Ireland?
Northern Ireland.
I like me some potato bread.
Ireland's like this big on the map.
Eric says there's not much at Subway that's legally food.
So I think
Really?
this all
Seriously?
was it was all in an attempt to come out of how much tax they have to pay basically.
Yeah.
So if they basically decided it's one way or the other, they could determine that you don't have to pay some tax on it. If it's not food, you don't have to pay tax on it.
Hmm.
Well, I'm sure
that sounds
now
like a
they have
very-
to pay more tax on it now that it's not food.
It definitely sounds like a very British thing to worry about. I mean, they pay tax on owning a television set. You own a TV, even if you don't use it, you get taxed for owning it.
What if it was a gift?
You have to pay taxes on it.
How do they know you have it?
You don't want them to find out. It's a very
Man,
hefty fine.
Was a guy at a place at one of the towns that we lived in, and he was just convinced that his taxes were too high, and so he called for an audit of his house so that he could get his taxes down. And they found his indoor pool and a few other things they had no idea were in his house, and then his taxes just shot up to the roof. So maybe you just don't want to complain about these things. Just let it be. Have your TV in your basement and whatever, right?
Don't talk to anybody about it. Yeah,
That's right.
I don't know. Like the funny thing is when I was studying over there, everyone was bragging. They're like, you guys over in the States, you have a stupid system. You have to watch commercials. You have to watch commercials while you're watching TV. You're forced to watch that stuff. I'm like, yeah, but we also don't have to pay taxes on owning a television set. We have my grandparents have 5 TVs in their house. You know how expensive that would be here? They can watch TV in any room of the house that they want at any point. My grandpa takes a dump while he's watching TV. Can you do that here? No, because you don't have. I thought you guys would have cut me off a long time ago. Sorry.
So this is
no,
we'll let you go.
I was super. I want to know the rest of the story. It's a great story.
That's it. I don't know where it was going.
So speaking of weird tax laws, though, I mean I'm reading more about this story, and this is just absolutely ridiculous. So there's apparently a tax law that says food and beverage is subject to a 13.5% value-added tax, only when it's consumed on restaurant premises. So if you take your food and take it home, you don't have to pay
Takeaway.
that tax.
Mhm.
Wow.
How fucking
That's stupid.
confusing is that?
It's got to be really hard to be a business owner over there. I mean, it's hard to be one here, but man, different taxes for different types of things. Blah.
Yeah, and then hot beverages are taxed differently than cold beverages. Um,
Can you imagine owning a restaurant there and be like, all right, here's the tax bucket for our cold drinks. Here's the tax bucket for our beer. Here's the tax bucket for this. And you're like, well, QuickBooks doesn't do any of that. So how am I going to pay this without getting in trouble? I know, I'll just skip it. And then you get in trouble for having a TV.
It's never a good idea to skip the taxes. Well, unless you're the
Never know.
president.
yeah, you know what? I give it a thumbs down. I'm not sure why.
I give it a thumbs down. That's a pretty stupid topic for the.
I give it a thumbs up.
Supreme Court. That's maybe like a district court or a local court or
Maybe the People's Court. I don't know.
People's Court or Sally Jeffrey Raphael Court or
The
I don't know.
Court.
Uh,
Who was People's Court? Was that Mills Lane?
I don't.
Who was Judge Judy?
Judge
She was
Judy.
Judge Judy.
Was that Judge Judy?
Judge Judy was Judge Judy. That was
Judge
the
Yeah,
name of the
Judge
judge.
Judy was Judge Judy.
No, Judge Marilyn Millian.
Yeah.
Oh,
that seemed like a
oh
Judge
yeah,
Judy
that
decision.
woman. Yeah, okay.
I could see
I think-
Judge
I
Judy eating the bread going, it's pretty sweet. All right, it's a confection. Get out of my court.
I
She'd
can
find a
see
way
that.
to yell at one of the people,
Yeah. Like the whole country of Ireland, maybe.
and they'd feel bad about it.
Well, something you might not get taxed on is this new baby who was born on a flight to London who is going to get free lifetime tickets from the airline.
Last time airlines started letting lifetime tickets be a thing, they eventually had to take it away.
Well, this is only for babies that are born on the flight.
Oh,
Yeah.
man, this is like the new born in the U.S.
Does the
So-
baby have dual citizenship?
Yeah, if you're, I'm curious. If you're born in flight, not over like the U.S. or any particular country, what
International
citizenship
flights.
do you have? This has to be a thing, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I
Born
mean,
with somebody.
You're a pirate, aren't you? Then you get
Yes, you're born into piracy.
born into
not
piracy.
every country has citizenship granted on birth. So, I'll preface this.
According to the United Nations, a baby born on a flight is a citizen of the country where the airline is registered.
There you go.
Oh.
Oh, weird.
So,
like,
if you're born on a KLM flight
You're a
Dutch.
to
citizen of
American
France.
parents, is KLM
France.
France?
I think they're
Pretty sure.
Dutch. I
Well,
thought
it's
they're
owned by
Dutch.
like the Air France group and stuff, but KLM is Dutch.
Weird. A Dutch
I-
baby.
So what if China
In the
buys
shape of an
United
ass.
Airlines? What if China buys United Airlines and you fly from the United States to
Oh
Great Britain.
my god, bro. This is all part of the plan.
what if
Uh,
one of your
question?
parents is American and the other parent is Australian?
This is also a
And
good
you're
pondering.
born and you're not flying Qantas this time. You're on
And you're flying. You're not going there. You're flying to Great Britain from the United States in an airline owned by China.
British Airways. Oh.
So what if you're not part
Man, you just
of
get-
the United Nations?
You just get triple citizenship. I'm curious. I need to read more into this because is it like this is... Oh, there's one on the points guy. That's funny. I read that sometime.
Huh. So
That's
anyway,
crazy.
yeah. So this baby was born on an Egypt Air flight, and he's gonna get flights for free forever.
And
As long
he's
as
got
Egypt
Egyptian
Air's around.
citizenship.
And he'll be Egyptian.
I guess. Well,
Only when he
maybe
flies Egyptian Air.
Egypt doesn't have naturalized citizenship.
Doesn't
Well,
matter.
They're also not part of the UN, probably, are they?
Egypt is definitely part of the UN.
I don't know.
The citizenship answer is actually a little complicated and depends on many factors. Usually the baby will simply become a citizen of the same country as the mom and or dad, regardless of whether they made where they made their appearance. However, sometimes these skyborn or airborne babies do have citizenship claims to the country whose airspace they were flying over when they were born.
Wow.
Because of
there
naturalized
aren't-
citizenship.
There aren't actually a ton of countries that grant citizenship simply by the location of birth, though notably the United States is one of them.
Albeit begrudgingly sometimes.
Okay, so it's going to depend on jurisdiction.
Well, I
apparently.
guess you can live here.
I mean,
But the rest
so
of your
like,
family's got to go.
if the baby is born in mid-flight, does that mean like can we just assume like the stork that it was carrying it got sucked through one of the engines?
That is a very safe assumption.
Yeah, I thought might.
That makes sense to me.
Oh, Eric says his show is now called Judge Mills Lane.
Oh, they.
BTW.
What was the name of it before?
I think it's a joke, but I don't get it.
How do you spell Judge Mills Lane?
Two
Good God.
L's in Mills.
What if you were conceived on an airplane? What citizenship do you have then?
What if you were conceived on the same airplane that you gave birth, that you were born on?
You conceived a baby on the same plane that you were born on? Well,
Yeah, you know, like Flight 293, and then 9 months later, Flight 293.
Then most likely, your parents own a small charter plane, and
Yeah, Judge Mills
you and
Lane.
your
is
high
what it
school
was on.
girlfriend have a lot of explaining to do.
Holy shit! I have never put two and two
No,
together.
it's never have I ever.
Never have I ever put two and two together about this next thing, but right now, Judge Mills Lane is also the famous boxing referee.
What?
Same fucking guy.
What?
Bum, bum, bum.
You know the boxing referee who's always like, "Let's get it out." That guy.
Oh my
That's the same
God,
guy?
It is.
Same guy.
That's
Wow.
amazing.
I know. I just never.
Oh my gosh, you mean that's the same guy?
I don't know
Yeah,
why my brain never put two and two together on that.
Oh, sure, you never heard of Judge Mills Lane either, have you? That's hilarious.
Oh,
Wow.
baby Ruthie.
Baby.
What do you mean that's the same guy?
Well, I think we're gonna move on to our Elon Musk pitches for the week then.
If we
Dave.
must.
I would like Mr. Musk to make an adjustment to Starlink to also include a pizza delivery service.
That does
Great.
what?
Upgrade Starlink.
Delivers
to
pizza.
Have pizza
Lord.
delivery.
But what is special and different about the way they deliver?
It
The
gets
Star delivery
delivered
system?
from space
And
is cooked on reentry.
there we go.
Hot, fresh, and ready, right from outer space.
That
Xeno
would just be
pizza.
fucking baller.
That's pretty awesome.
Pizza from the
Hey.
stars.
Taste the vacuum. In space, no one can hear cheese.
I wonder how fast a delivery service would be.
From space?
Yeah.
Not as fast as Jimmy John's, that's for goddamn sure.
But Jimmy John's doesn't have to cook a pizza, so I'm not gonna hold it against him.
Hey! They're our sponsor this week.
Jimmy John?
All right, who else has a pitch for Mr. Musk tonight?
Had this idea about pizza and space. Did we already do that one?
Yes, I think we did.
Oh, damn.
I had an idea about satellites encompassing the entire Earth that would provide internet for all.
And pizza.
And pizza that is cooked on delivery after it re-enters the Earth's atmosphere.
Make Blaine write it down 3 times.
Includes pizza delivery. Gotcha.
You think you'll get the hint?
I don't know.
Musk.
I think maybe we haven't tried this approach before. We all pitch the same idea and see if maybe he's just like, it doesn't have enough upvotes yet, so not going to do the idea.
He's got like 12,000 satellites up there. At least one of them could deliver pizza, wouldn't you think?
You'd think that would be Bala.
You know, I'd rather have him launch. I don't know, calzones.
Oh, you know how it's really hard to eat calzones.
Actually, I just want to be able to go like this, and it like a calzone lands in my hand.
Tell you what, I'll go like this. And the cheese will just fall out.
That would be amazing.
I do have an idea. They've been doing a lot of stuff, cameras and LiDAR recently, I've seen. And what I want is for Elon Musk to install LiDAR on the front of his car so that it would have emergency braking way faster.
Brilliant.
Pretty sure that's not going to happen, but okay.
Why not?
I do have an idea. I was kind of hoping he could work on an advancement.
You already
Great.
have pizza delivery.
I have another idea. And you can dismiss this one if you want to, but I think that he
This
could
one's gonna be
really
a
start
better
doing
idea.
some stuff for medical advancement. And instead of having people operate on you or robots operate on you, maybe he could take and shrink down to like a microscopic level a little submarine with a guy inside that could go inside your body and find the thing that's wrong and fix it and then come out later.
Are you?
And I think, if they made a movie about it, they might call it Inner Space, but I'm not sure. It's just, I'm just,
I
throwing
thought
out
you were
ideas.
like giving me a Magic School Bus episode.
No, just a Martin Short movie.
One time, my uncle Mufasa was on safari,
And he killed my dad.
killed my dad. It was very
that's terrible.
sad for me.
It's terrible.
Okay, that's $1 Million Baby. You're doing $1 Million Baby. Guys, you got to take this seriously. Oh, man.
I think that my Elon Musk pitch is going to be that he should probably come up with a way that can, I don't know, like take care of a baby for you. But
You're like 2 weeks in and already looking for a robotic nanny.
but it still allows you to hang out with the child. It just keeps it entertained for you.
Or
AI.
they already make those. They're called
Got
cell
it.
phones.
Or actually, this is a better idea. I'm changing my idea.
Is that legal?
Yes.
I'll make it legal.
It's robotic arms that you can attach around your waist. So instead of having just 2 arms and 2 hands, you can have
I've seen
like
that.
4 or 6 or 8 arms.
I saw a
Seems like
guy that
Star
did
Wars
that.
thing.
I think he went by the name of Doc Ock.
Yeah.
He was a nuclear physicist.
I mean, just do that, but
And then
Make
there
it
was
for
like
everybody.
an integrated chip that went into his spine, so he could control it with his brain.
Yeah, but it malfunctioned, so it was clearly Intel, right?
Bum, bum, bum.
yeah. So I think he should just come up with that idea and make it work.
Make it work.
So that I don't turn into an evil person. How about that?
You can also put your
like-
kid in a swing and let him just swing back and forth for hours on end.
I do that too.
Or how about an automatic feeding system for babies?
It's called a mom, isn't it?
Oh, man.
Silas.
Good thing mom doesn't listen to this podcast.
Good thing we don't have any listeners.
Good thing. Oh
That's
boy.
terrible and funny.
Oh,
It's a great idea. An automated nanny for you.
No, mine's
Help
just
you
an
out.
arms. I'm arms now.
Oh, just arms.
All right, Matt, you got a pitch for us this week?
Nope.
Nice timing, Silas.
thank you. I've heard it before.
All right. Well, I think with that, I'm going to call this council meeting adjourned. Thank everybody for listening to this live and/or the recorded version. Whatever you want to do, you can find us live on Tuesday nights on YouTube at some point in time. And if you did like what you saw and want to check out more, you can
You
find
should
us.
also see a mental health professional.
Right after you go
If
to
you want to listen to more, should I see a mental health professional? Is that what you said?
Yeah, that is what he
Nailed
said.
it.
right after you go to councilcast.org, or find us on iTunes, your favorite podcatcher, or if you'd like to email us about a topic, you can check us out at councilcast@gmail.com or Twitter at RealCouncilCast. Thanks for listening, and goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye now.